Hello everyone, let me walk you through the demo of Zoho Books all-in-one integration in Odoo by BrowseInfo. This app seamlessly connects your Odoo system with Zoho Books, enabling real-time import and export of product, stock, order, invoices, bill, payment, and credit notes. This integration keeps customer and vendor data sync across both platforms, ensuring accuracy and reducing manual data entry. It simplifies financial and inventory management, enhance operational efficiency, and provide a unified workflow for businesses managing data across Odoo and Zoho Books. So here you will find the app name Zoho Connector. Open that. Here under configuration, go into instance. Here you can find your Zoho instance. Here you can see that it is in red color, indicating it is not active yet. So open that. Here you need to add the Zoho organization, client ID, client secret, redirected URL, and Zoho reason endpoint, and click on generate link. After clicking on generate link, a link will be generated. Open that and you need to accept it. After accepting, your Zoho refresh token, code, your Zoho access token, and expire access token will be generated automatically. After that, you can see that our instance is not active. So active that. Now we will go back and we will come again to the Zoho instance. And here now you can see that this instance is turned into green, indicating it is active. Now after this, here we have come to our Zoho account. Here you can see we have created our Zoho account. And from here you can create your API and everything from here. Now here you will find a tab named inventory. Under that you can see a inventory product menu. Under that you will find a checkbox named import product. Enable that checkbox and click on product scan button. After that, here in Zoho product log history, you can see your products are imported successfully. Here you can see the type, status, date and time, and the message. Open that and here you can find your imported product ID and every little detail regarding the product. Here you can see the sales price, cost price, and everything of the product which is imported from the Zoho in your Odoo instance. Now here we will go into the inventory. We will click on items and here you can see the product which is just imported from Zoho to your Odoo. Now after import product, we will go into the sales module, inventory module, and we will go into the products. Here you can see the product which is imported right now. Here you can see the product bottle with its sales price. Now again we will go into our Zoho connector. Here you will find a menu for product. Click on Zoho product and here you can see the product which we imported right now. Here you can see the product bottle. Now after this, again we will go into our instance and we will open the instance. Now under the import product checkbox, you will find the export product checkbox. Enable that boolean and save it. Now after saving, we will go into the inventory and we will go into the product variants. Here click on product variants and you can see the product variants in here. Now select some products. We will be selecting corner desk, right set, large cabinet, storage box, large desk, pedal bin, and cabinet with doors. Select all these products and here under action button you will find a menu for export product to Zoho. Click on that and you can see your product is exported to the Zoho. To see that, we will go into the Odoo connector. Under configuration, we will go into the instance, open Zoho, and in here in Zoho product log history, you can see the products which are succeeded to export and which are failed. Here you can see the product which are succeeded. Also, you can go under product, click on Zoho product, and here you can see the product that are exported successfully to your Zoho. Now we will come to our Zoho and we will refresh our item page, and here you can see the product which are exported successfully from your Odoo. Here you can find the detail of that products. Now after this, again we will go into our instance, open Zoho, and under inventory only you will find another checkbox under stock sync. The checkbox is import product stock. Enable that checkbox and save it. After this, we will go into our inventory. Under product, we will go into the products and we will open any one product. Here you can see in cabinet with doors, the on-hand quantity is 33. So again, we will go into our Zoho connector. Under configuration, we will click on instance and open Zoho. Now click the button stock scan. After that, you can see the type is stock, the status is success, and you can see the date and time, and you can see the message that stock imported successfully. Now open that, and here you can see the product, the on-hand quantity, and everything which is imported from the Zoho in our Odoo. So now we will go into the inventory again. Under products, we will go into the products. As we remember, for cabinet with doors, the on-hand quantity was 33. So 50 quantities are imported from the Zoho. So the total on-hand quantity will be 83. So after that, we will again go into the Zoho connector, and under configuration, we will again go into our instance, open Zoho, and under import product stock, we will find a checkbox for export product stock. So in here, we will enable that checkbox and save it. Now again, we will go into the inventory. Under operation, we will find a menu for physical inventory. Open that, and in here we will create a new physical adjustment for large desk product. So add your counted quantity to the large desk. I will be adding 100. Now click on apply. So now you can see large desk has 100 on-hand quantities. After this, click that product, and under action button, you will find an option for export stock to Zoho. Click on that, and you can see your stock is exported to the Zoho. Now go into the Zoho connector. We will go into our instance, open the instance. We will go to the Zoho, and in here in product log history, we can see the stock is exported successfully for large desk. Here you can see the type, status, date and time, and message. You can open it and check for the location, product, on-hand quantity, and everything in this wizard. Now we will hop on to our Zoho and we will open our product large desk. You can see the stock on hand quantity is updated to 100 from 0 in our Zoho also. Now when you click on the items here in the list view also, you can see the stock on hand is 100 for large desk. Now we will come to the Odoo. Now under that you will find a tab for sale order. Here you will find sale order menu. Under that you will find a checkbox name import sale order. Enable that and save it. Now click on sales scan. So here you can see two different sale orders are imported from Zoho to our Odoo. So you can see in the sales Zoho log history the sale order number which are imported in our Odoo interface from Zoho. Here you can see everything, the sale order number, the customer, salesperson, company, total amount and everything. Not only here, but you can find a menu for sale order in your Zoho connector. Here you can click on Zoho sale order, and here also you can see the imported sale order in here. You can see every little detail. If you open that sale order, you can see the customer, order lines and everything. Here you can see the another sale order number 26. Now we will go into our sales module, and in here also if you remove the filter my quotation and if you click on number, here you can see the 25 and 26 number sale order which we just imported from our Zoho. Now again we will go into our Zoho, and in here under sales you will find a sale order option. Open that, and here you can see the two sale order which we just imported into our Odoo. Here also you can see the details. Now we will come to our Odoo interface. We will go into the Zoho connector. Under configuration, again we will go into the Odoo instance and we will open Zoho. Under sale order tab only, we will click on export sale order and we will disable import sale order checkbox. After this, we will go into our sales module, open your sales module and select some sale orders. I will be selecting 7, 6 and 4 number sale order. After selecting them, you can go into the action button, and under that action button you will find a menu for export sale to Zoho. Click on that and you can see your sale order is exported to the Zoho. Go into your Zoho connector, we will go into our instance and we will open Zoho. Here under sale order tab only, in sale Zoho log history, you can see the 3 sale order are successfully exported in Zoho. Here you can just open them and see the details in the wizard. Here you can see the sale order number also. Here if I open anyone, you can see the sale order is exported to Zoho. Now we will go into our Zoho and we will refresh our sale order page. Here you can see the 3 different sale orders are imported in Zoho from your Odoo interface. Here you can see the customer, here you can see the status of your order and amount and every little detail in here. Now after this, besides sale order, you will find a tab for invoice and bills. Under invoice, you will find a checkbox for import invoice. Enable that and save it. After that, click on invoice scan. As soon as you click on invoice scan, you can see under invoice bill Zoho log history, 2 invoices are imported successfully from Zoho. You can just open and check the invoices from here. After that, you can open the another one also if you want, and you can check the invoices. Now we will come to our Zoho. In sales only, you will find a menu for invoices. Here you can see the 2 invoices which are just imported in our Odoo interface. Now again we will come to our Odoo interface, and here you will find a menu for invoice and bill. Click on Zoho customer invoice, and in Zoho connector also you can see the 2 invoices which are imported from Zoho to Odoo. You can open and see every little detail in here. You can also find a check Zoho checkbox in your invoices. Now we will go into our invoicing module, open the invoicing module, and under customer you will find your invoices. Here you can see the 2 invoices which are just imported from the Zoho. Here when you open that, you can see the Zoho checkbox in both of the invoices. Here you can see the another invoice also, and you can see the details in here. Now we will again hop on to the Zoho connector, open that. Under configuration we will go into our instance and we will open Zoho. Now again under invoice and bills, open the tab, and in here you will find the export invoice checkbox. Enable that, disable your import invoice and save it. After this, we will again go into our invoicing module. Open your invoicing module. Under customer only, you will find your invoices menu. Open that, and here you can see your invoices. So select any invoice you want. I will be selecting these 2 invoices. Under action button, you can find a menu for export invoice to Zoho. Click on that and you can see that your invoices are exported into Zoho. To check that, we will go into the Zoho connector. Under configuration, we will go into the instance and we will open Zoho. Under invoice and bill, under invoice bill Zoho log history, you can see these 2 invoices are exported successfully. Here you can see the message. You can open and you can see the invoice which are exported successfully. Here you can see the invoice number, status and everything. Now we will hop on to our Zoho, and in here we will refresh our invoices page, and you can see the 2 invoices are imported into Zoho from Odoo. You can open and you can see the invoice in here. You can see the total amount, customer and everything in here. After this, besides invoice, you will find a vendor bill option. But before that, under invoice and bill, we will go and check our customer invoices. Here you can see the 2 invoices which were exported into Zoho. Now we will come to our Zoho instance, and in here we will go into our invoices and bills. Now under vendor bill menu, enable the checkbox invoice import vendor bill and save it. Now click on vendor bill scan button. After that, you can see that your bill are imported successfully from Zoho. If you open that, you can see the bill which is imported into our Odoo from Zoho. Under invoice and bill only, click on Zoho vendor bill, open that, and here you can see the vendor bill which is just imported from the Zoho. You can also see this into your invoicing. Open the invoicing module. Under vendor, you will find a menu for bills. Open that, and here you can see the vendor bill which is just imported. Here you can see the Zoho checkbox is also enabled, indicating that it is imported from Zoho. Here you can see the invoices. Now under purchases, you can see the bills. Here you can see the bill which we just imported from Zoho. Now we will come to our Odoo interface, open Zoho connector. Again we will go to the configuration instance and we will open Zoho. Under invoices and bills, now we will enable export vendor bill. Enable that checkbox and save it. Now we will go into the invoicing module, open that, and under vendor only, we will go into the bills. Here, select bills of your choice. I will be selecting these bills, and under action button, you will find a menu for export vendor bill to Zoho. Click on that, and you can see your bill is exported to the Zoho. And to check that, we will go into our Zoho connector module. We will go into our instance of Zoho, open Zoho. Under invoice and bills, you can find the log that invoice, this bill is exported successfully. You can open and check your bill which is exported to Zoho. Here you can see the details. Now we will go into our Zoho and we will refresh our page. Here you can find the bill which is just imported from Odoo to Zoho. Here you can see the bill. You can open it and you can see the details of that bill. Now again we will come to our Odoo interface. Under invoice and bill, we will go into the Zoho vendor bill. Here you can see the bill which we just exported to Zoho. Now you can open and see the check Zoho checkbox in enable, indicating that it is exported to Zoho. Now again we will go into the configuration. In instance, we will open Zoho and we will open the menu customer and vendor. Under that you can see there are already customer vendor which are exported or imported earlier. Now enable the checkbox import customer and after that click on customer scan. After clicking on that, you can see customer are successfully imported. You can see the log also in here indicating the customers which are imported from Zoho. Here you can see the 2 customers which are imported from Zoho into our Odoo interface. And in here, in Zoho connector also, we will go into the Zoho. Under sales, we will go into the customer and we can see the 2 customers which are imported in our Odoo. Now we will come into the Odoo. In this Zoho connector only, under customer and vendors, we will go to the Zoho customers. Here you can see the 2 customers which are imported in our Odoo from Zoho. Now we will go into the instance. Again, under customer and vendor, we will enable the checkbox export customer. Enable that checkbox and save it. Now after this, we will go into our module invoicing and under customers, we will go to the customers. Open the customers and here you can see which was imported earlier. You can see the customer which was imported earlier. Now we will go into the list view. Here click on list view and select some customer you want to export into Zoho. Select some customer. I will be selecting these 3 customers. Under action button, I will find a menu for export customer to Zoho. Click on that and you can see your customers are exported to Zoho. And to check that, we will go into our Zoho connector. We will go into the instance, open Zoho. Under customer and vendor only, you can see the log that this customer is exported successfully. You can see the log for all 3 customers which we selected. You can open and check the customer details in here. Now we will go into our Zoho and we will refresh our contacts page. Here you can see the customer which we just imported from Odoo to Zoho. Now here again we will come into our Odoo interface. In here, after export customer, we will enable the checkbox import vendor. Enable that checkbox and save it. Now click on vendor scan. Click on vendor scan and you can see your vendors are successfully imported. Now here you can see the type, status, date and time and the message saying successfully imported vendor. Here you can see the vendor which is successfully imported. And again under customer and vendor, we will go into the Zoho vendor and here you can see the vendor which is imported from Zoho to Odoo. Now we will go into our Zoho. Under purchases, you will find the menu for vendors. Open that and here you can see the vendor which we just imported into our Odoo. Here you can see the details of the vendor. Now after this, under configuration, we will go into the instance again, open the Zoho and under customer and vendors, now after import vendor, we will enable the export vendor checkbox. After clicking on that, save it. Now again we will go into the invoicing module. Here under vendors, we will go into the vendors, open that, and here you can see the vendors which we imported earlier. Now we will go into the list view and we will select some vendors. I will be selecting these 3 vendors. Now under action button, you will find a menu for export vendor to Zoho. Click on that and you can see your vendors are exported to Zoho. Open the Zoho connector. We are going to check if the vendors are exported successfully or not. Open Zoho. Under customer and vendors, you can see the log saying this vendor is exported successfully, and you can see the log for all 3 vendors. You can open any one of them to see if it's exported successfully or not. Now we will come to our Zoho, and for vendors we are going to refresh the page, and here you can see the vendors which we just exported from Odoo to Zoho. Now again we will come to our Odoo instance. We will go into the customer and vendor. We can see everything is done. Now we will go into the payments. Under customer payment, we will enable the checkbox import customer payment. Save that, and under that you will find a button for customer payment scan. Click on that and you can see successfully imported to customer payment from Zoho. You can see the type, status, date and time, and message. Here you can see the 2 payment IDs. Here you can see the 2 payments which are successfully imported. Now we will go into our Odoo. Under sales, we will go into the payment received. Here you can see the 2 payments which we just imported into our Odoo. Now we will again go to our Odoo interface, and here you can see the log. Here under payment, click on Zoho customer payment, and here also you can see 2 customer payment which we imported from Zoho to Odoo. Now we will go into the invoicing. Open that. Under customer, we will go into the payments. Open that, and here you can see the 2 payments which we imported from Zoho to Odoo. Now after this, again we will go into our Zoho connector. Under configuration, we will go into the instance, open Zoho, and under payments, we will enable the checkbox export customer payment. Here we enable the checkbox, save it, and now again we will go into the invoicing module. Under customer, we will go into the payments. Here select any payment as you want. I will be selecting this payment and this payment, and under action button you will find the menu for export customer payment to Zoho. Click on that, and here you can see your customer payment are exported to Zoho. And to check that, we will go into the Zoho connector. Under configuration, we will go into the instance, open the Zoho. Under payment, go into that. Under logs, you can see that this payment is exported successfully. Now open that, and here you can see the payment ID and every detail. Now we will go into our Zoho. We will refresh our payment received page, and here you can see the payment which we just exported from Odoo to Zoho. You can open the payment and see all the details regarding the payment. You can see the customer amount and everything. Now under payments only, we are going to enable the checkbox import vendor payment. Enable that checkbox and save it. Now under vendor payment only, you will find a button for vendor payment scan. Click on that button and you can see a vendor payment from Zoho is imported successfully into the Odoo. Open that and you can check the vendor payment which is imported from Zoho to Odoo. Under payment, you can see a Zoho vendor payment. Open that, and here you can see the payment which we just imported successfully from Zoho. Here you can see the Zoho checkbox is enabled. Now we will go into the invoicing. Open invoicing. Under vendors, we will go into the payments. Open that, and here you can see the payment which we just imported from Zoho. Here you can see the payment number, you can see the checkbox for Zoho which is enabled. Now we will go into the Zoho connector under configuration. We will go into the instance, open Zoho, under payments. After import vendor payment, we are going to enable the checkbox export vendor payment. Save this enabled checkbox and we will go into our invoicing again. Go into the invoicing module. Under vendor, you will find a menu for payments. Open that and select any payment. I will be selecting this payment. Under action, you will find a menu for export vendor payment to Zoho. You can see our payment is exported to Zoho. To check that, we will go into the Zoho connector. Under configuration, we will go into the instance. Open Zoho under payments. Open that. In logs, you can see that this payment is exported successfully to Zoho. You can open and check the payment details. Here you can see the date, number, partner, amount and status. Now we will go into our Zoho. Under purchases, we will go into the payment made. Now refresh that, and here you can see the payment which we just imported from our Zoho, from our Odoo to Zoho. You can see the amount, customer and every detail in here. Now after payments, we will go into the credit note tab. Under that you will find a customer credit note. Under that you will find a checkbox name, import customer credit. Enable that and save it. Now you will find a button for customer credit note scan. Click on that and you can see a customer credit note is imported from Zoho successfully. Here you can see the customer credit number and every detail in here. You can find the number, tax included, status and everything in here. Now under credit note, we will go into the Zoho customer credit. Here you can see the credit note which is just imported from the Zoho to our Odoo. You can see the check Zoho checkbox is enabled. We will go into the invoicing again. Under customers, you can see a credit note option. Open that and here you can see the credit note which we just imported from Zoho to Odoo. You can see the check Zoho checkbox is enabled. Now again we will come to our Zoho connector. We will go into the instance, open Zoho, and under credit note only we will find another checkbox name export customer credit. Enable that and save it. After this, we will go into the invoicing again, but before that we will come into our Zoho. Under sales, we will go to the credit notes. Here you can see the credit note which we just imported. Now we will come to our Odoo interface and we will go into the invoicing. Open your invoicing module. Under customers, again we will open the credit note option. Here open credit notes. Here select the credit notes you want to export to Zoho. I will be selecting these two credit notes. Now under action button you will find a menu for export customer credit note to Zoho. Click on that and you can see your credit note are exported from your Odoo interface. To check that, we will go into the Zoho connector and we will open Zoho in here. Now under credit note only, you can find the log history, and in here you can see that 2 credit note are exported successfully to Zoho. Here you can open it and you can see the credit note which are exported. Now we will come to our Zoho, refresh our page, and here you can see the 2 credit notes which are imported from Zoho, from Odoo to our Zoho. Here you can see the details of your credit note by clicking on them. Now again we will come to our Zoho and under vendor credit note we will enable our checkbox import vendor credit. Save that, and under that only you will find the button for vendor credit note scan. Click on that and you can see the vendor credit from Zoho are imported successfully. You can open the log and you can see the vendor credit which is imported from Zoho. So under credit note, we will go to the Zoho vendor credit. Open that, and here you can see the credit note which we just imported from Zoho into our Odoo. Here you can see the check Zoho checkbox is enabled. Now after that, we will go into the invoicing. Open that. Under vendor, we will go to the refunds. Here you can see the our vendor bill which we just imported from Zoho. You can see the check Zoho checkbox is enabled. Now we will go into the Odoo connector and we will go into our Zoho instance. Open that. Here we will go into the Zoho instance. We will go into the credit note. Under import vendor credit, now we are going to enable export vendor credit checkbox. After enabling it, save that. Now we will go into the invoicing. Under vendors only, you will find a menu for refunds. Open that and select refunds you want to export to Zoho. Here I will be selecting this refund and I will be clicking on export vendor credit. Now I will be going to the Zoho connector. Open that. Under configuration, we will go into the instance. Open Zoho. Under credit note, open the credit note tab. Under that, in the log history, you can see that this vendor bill is exported successfully. Here you can come and refresh the page, and under all vendor credits, you can see the vendor credits which we just exported from Odoo to Zoho. You can open that and you can see the details of your vendor credits. If you have any queries about this video, you can ask them in the comment box and we will solve your queries. If you feel this video is useful to you, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Odoo related videos. Thanks for watching.